Guys, Fry here, and welcome back, or welcome to the channel. And in today's episode, we're going to be playing Invasion. Once again, I edited out most of the loading times. Right now, I'm just changing character because we're not going to be playing with Smoke and Serena. Instead, it's going to be Reptile and Sub Zero as the cameo. And this is basically me just, going through, quickly changing it, and then spending the points that have been unlocked on Reptile. I believe I go for mainly attack and special, and agility, possibly. I can't remember. It has been a little while. There we go. 2 in each of attack and special, attack, and then 1 in defense. And then I just equip the medallions again, because I don't have any other medallions to equip. I also quickly just check all the key items and things like that in my inventory, just to see if there's anything I'm missing. But there wasn't, so I just go ahead and cut it straight to the portal, and we're finally going through and starting all this sequence, which is awesome. I'm going to be quiet for this little intro dialogue thing.
The Scorpion invading our timeline also lost his wife and son to Quan Chi's murderous machinations. Consumed by grief, he searched them all to find another Harumi with whom he could rebuild his family. But in timeline after timeline, he arrived too late. Harumi was already dead. When Scorpion reached ours, he was crushed to find that, though alive, Harumi was wedded to Kuai Liang. Thwarted yet again, Scorpion's frustration exploded into rage. He has vowed to burn this entire timeline. If he cannot have Harumi, no one will.
So yeah, Scorpion's had it pretty rough. Not great when you find out the person who you assume to be your arch nemesis is married to the woman you love and have gone to multiple timelines for. So he was a bit angry. However, I was quite shocked at how detailed all of this was. I didn't think there'd be like a backstory for it. So I was really thrilled when we got one. So I'm super happy about that. And it just adds more depth to the game and to the characters, I suppose. But this place looks awesome. I'm excited to see what the other boards look like. I basically recorded like, I think 2 or 3 in a row, because I was just having so much fun. Now this is the first time you guys are probably going to see me play Reptile. I'm not amazing with him. I'm somewhat decent. He is the character that I've been learning on the side, but I haven't fought anyone online. Oh, I tell a lie. I have fought one person online, did 1 casual match, and I actually won, which I was quite surprised at. Oh no, it was 2, we did 2 matches and then he left. So, my Reptile's not amazing, but I mean, I did pretty decent there. And, he's just super fun. However, I think at the minute, I don't really have many brutals for him. I think at this stage of my recording session with him. I might have one. It might be the grab one. I'm not 100% sure. But as always, I try and not do a brutal or a fatal in at least the first fight. Sometimes I forget and I just do it. And then I'm like, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. But it is what it is. But also, yeah, like I said, I've cut out most of the loading times like I did last time. And I'm just going to commentate over these. Because it's just easier to just, chill, play through. Have a tea, have a drink, whatever. And then edit out, the sometimes 45-second loading times, so that way it's a lot smoother and faster for you guys. Also, I didn't talk about how I'm using Sub-Zero as Kameo. I just thought, well, Reptile's got pretty good projectile in the Force Ball, and Sub-Zero has the ability to, make it so you are immune to projectiles. So I figured, well, if ever I need to zone or I'm being zoned, I can just equip this and zone back, and what are they going to do? Along with the fact that his freeze, I like that it can... I basically figured out a way, I think I've already done the combo, to get it in a combo, like that, and I then use meter burn, Force Ball to get a pop-up. It grants a decent chunk extra. I think it's something like 20 or 10% extra. I'm not 100% sure, but it does grant me a sizable chunk extra. No, my luck, I'm exaggerating, and it's actually like 6%. But I mean, 6% could be a lot, so you never know. You never know. But on this one, I noticed that it says clue, and I, at the time, sat there and was racking my brain. I was like, what? So I quickly wrote it down on a piece of paper and was like, I'll do the fight, carry on with the game, and then I'll figure out what it is later. Because I remember hearing, I think from someone on Twitter, something about how certain levels will have like a secret thing for you to do to unlock something. So I figured it was going to be one of those. So I was like, I'll come back to that later. Spoiler, I did do it. However, I didn't record me doing it. But all it was it wanted me to do it. Deciphered, it says destroy the world. So I took that to mean Cyrax's fatal where the world blows up. I did that and it unlocked an area for me. In the next episode, I start off by going to said area to show you guys that, you know, this is where it is. But I just thought, it just sort of popped into my head and I thought, oh, well, I'll just quickly check. And I don't know why I didn't start the recording for it, but I know why. It was because I had a friend coming over, and then once that friend left, I recorded more and just sat there and played for ages. So I just didn't think to do it, but it is what it is. I'm sure you guys don't mind. It's only the same fight we just did, but with Cyrax's fatal at the end. But with Reptile, I basically tried to make combos that I could figure out myself, and I noticed that his, I think it's either the back 3 or the forward 3. I keep getting it confused, and I constantly do the wrong thing. But I found that is very good at advancing you kind of forward while leaning you back, which is very good. And obviously, I tried to get 3 force balls in a combo, because I figured it would be like MK9, where you can't combo like the close force ball with a close force ball. You know, it has to be like close medium, or far medium, or medium close, or medium far. So I found that using all 3, it won't let you combo. You can only do 2. However, if you meter burn the force ball, it will allow you to pop up for a 3rd time. So that is somewhat useful. I've noticed, however, though, that he doesn't seem to be getting a lot of damage. I don't know if... Because I remember people talking online about how Reptile gets insane damage, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if he has somehow been nerfed, or shadow nerfed, kind of like how they did to Devora in MK11. Because I remember Honeybee being like, she's amazing, and then on the day 1 official release, he said they basically nerfed her but didn't put it in the patch notes, or didn't put it as a thing. So maybe that's happened with Reptile, I'm not too sure. Until recently, I hadn't played him, so I can't really speak for that. And I hadn't really seen any videos with Reptile in. I've seen a lot of thumbnails with Reptile in, but that's about it. I was trying to not watch the Reptile videos because I wanted to figure him out for myself, because he is one of my favourite characters. But I went in the shop and I bought some tings. I bought a key, no idea what the key's for. So excited. It says that I can use it to open a chest, but I don't know if, like, every chest I've encountered so far has just let me open, so I'm not really sure what that means. Oh, and I also bought that medallion. It's a magic one that gives me, a shield. I do equip it at some point. It's somewhat useful, but ultimately I think I end up going back with the fire medallion just because I like it more. But as you can see, Raiden is not doing too great. Oh god, I love my Reptile, watching the Reptile combo. Also, 70%. What the hell? You know, I'm tempted to put that in the title. I think at some point it's 80. I am tempted to put that in the title, 80% combo with Reptile. just to see if it gets more views. I don't think it will though, but I mean, technically I'm not lying, so what are you gonna do? But when I play him on like the Endless Towers and stuff like that, he doesn't get much damage. It's only because of the level up system buffing him that, you know, he does more damage on this mode. I'm hoping at some point to get 100% combo. I think that would be really sick. Unfortunately, I don't think I use Sub-Zero all that too much. I mainly use him for the freeze with the combo, but I can't really do it unless I have meter, because it involves using the meter burn force ball to pop up. So I do sometimes use the charge, but I quite frequently misjudge its range and end up just whiffing. But I have noticed it is a good wake-up get-off tool. And Katana throwing fans at me and just missing is great. Like, see, that 34%, that is roughly what he actually gets. I think Katana might be like the same level as me, so I'm not too sure. Oh, I just realised she has Sub-Zero Kameo as well. I think here I'm trying to do a Brutal. Yeah, it says... I think I unlocked a Brutal for Sub-Zero, and it says hold forward and RB. And forward RB is his freeze. So I was doing that, but I attempted it many times, I think, in this video and in the next, and it doesn't happen. So I don't really know if it's like just a glitch or it's like the wrong thing, because later on I discover a brutality with the grab for him, but I'm not sure if it's a secret brutality or it's just the brutality screen giving me the wrong information. I'm yet to find that out. I might like look it up and see what it's about, because it could just be that I'm somehow doing it wrong, or it could be that the game is wrong and it is the grab one that I've managed to find and got really excited because I thought I found a secret brutal all on my own. Can't tell you how excited I was, and then I was like, wait a minute, what if the thing's just wrong? So here's hoping I did find a secret brutal. You guys will see it at some point, and I'm sure you'll... I don't think it's in this video, it might be in the next, but I'll bring it up then, and I'm sure someone will enlighten me in the comments and be like, no, you idiot, that is not a secret brutality. But who knows, we can only hope that I found one. But basically kicked Kung Lao's ass, so I think I do a brutal. Do I do a brutal? Oh, here I'm just messing up because I'm not used to his inputs. I'm also really not good at catching with that, like when I get them from afar. See, like right there, I try and do that brutal and it just didn't work. But I do really love Kameo Sub-Zero's Fatal, just because it's his classic one, but I love it. I love how he freezes the neck a little and then just, oh, it looks great. I also love that I've noticed every time, oh yeah, also we get a skin and a brutality for Reptile, which I was super excited to see. But I also love that in most freeze frames, Reptile's lips just quiver when he's supposed to be frozen. I don't know if it's because I've got my PC on low settings, or if it's just something that, you know, is happening in the game. It's, you know, it's nothing big, it's not a huge deal, but it is what it is. Also, when I come here, I'm like, right, which way do I go? So I decide to check out both ways, and I see that this way leads up and down, but that way only leads down. And I figured up is where I've got to go, so I decided, I know, I'll go this way in order to, you know, explore what is here, because there could be a chest or whatever. So, unfortunately, I end up fighting Geras. I do not like fighting Gerases, whether it's online or offline. But here I have a look at the Brutal, just to see how to do it, so in order for me to do it. I can't remember if I actually get it in this match or not. But yeah, I'm fighting a Geras, and I hate fighting Geras. I hated fighting Geras in MK11, as whether it was AI or online, and it's the same in MK1. I think he is a pretty dope character, I just don't like fighting him. But I do get the brutal, and I think it looks class. Just digs inside, and I'm assuming he eats like their heart.
Brutality.
But either way, it's dope, especially the way he's like not sits there, but crouches there. I just think the reptilian form for Reptile looks fucking amazing. They did such a good job blending the human and reptilian side, because you know there are some people who prefer him as just a human and some who prefer him as a reptile. I'm happy with either, so I'm glad I get both. But here I discover that there are actually towers here, and then my game did this blurry screen thing, so I moved away because I was like, has my game glitched? And then I was like, oh no, it might just be the way the towers are. And then this happened, and I was like, wait, what's going on? Why is the screen like animating cracking? And like I was just spun out. I thought, whoa, this looks sick, but what is going on? And of course it's an ambush, but I had no idea that these were things. So I was a bit caught off guard. I was just like, oh, okay. So I decided to kick Smoke's ass, and he goes down pretty easily, and then he just pops back up. I'm not sure if it's the same one or if it's like a hidden one. I also noticed, I'm assuming like the thing about this ambush is I can get stunned by the smoke, and whenever he does the normal teleport, he seems to turn invisible. Unless that is just a feature of the move list that I don't know how to do for some reason. Could be. Sometimes there are things I miss. I remember when I played Sub Zero and MKX, I can't remember what move exactly it was, but there was a specific move of his that was really good that I just, for some reason, didn't know about or use. And I'd been playing him for like a year and a half. So you always learn new things with characters. But that's the Kameo combo. Unfortunately, I dropped it there, but unfortunately, it doesn't actually do like 50-odd% in proper time. Oh, here we go. I just uppercut his head off. It does a little weird floaty around thing, and then it just hovers there. I was just like, what the fuck? And I think I also, I got a talisman, Dark Meteor Talisman. And I also got an achievement for, I think, either encountering or winning my first ambush. I can't remember which one it was. But now I'm like, right, okay, well, I guess I'm going to do this tower. And with the tower, I was like, I don't know if doing brutals and fatals gives you like more points and like that gives you more XP at the end of the tower. Oh, but yeah, at first I checked the medallions, and I believe I equipped the magic one because I think magic resists dark. I'm pretty sure. But apparently it does 50% damage to the player's life when you hit it. See, right here I was like, right, I'm going to go through and I'm going to check. Because I was like, either dark is weak to magic or magic is weak to dark. It's usually one or the other. And then same with like light. Light is usually weak to dark, or dark is usually weak to light, or they're both weak to each other. So I was just checking just to make sure. And accidentally exited, and I ended up wanting the magic one because I was like, the armor could come in handy. So now I believe I actually load up the tower. Yes, I do. See? In we go. So, like I was going to say, I wasn't sure if, like how in the endless towers and the classic towers, you get points, you know, for how well you do, you know, doing specific things. I wasn't sure if that was a thing here. So I'm pretty sure I do fatals and brutals for all of them, or try to. Or it starts on the next one, because I was like, wait a minute, what if it does? I never actually really paid enough attention to the end to notice. Also, I used the magic thing, and it took 2 hits and then bounced me away, so I was a bit disappointed. But, I mean, it seems somewhat good. I feel like if I level it up and upgrade it, it might get better. But it depends on the upgrades. So, I'm not really sure. Also, Reptile's overhead is very tricky to combo from. And I'm shocked I managed to do it there. Okay, I was wrong. I literally proved myself wrong about not fataling. About fataling or brutaling every one of these fights. Because I literally just sweeped her, so. I was wrong. What is wrong with me? Well, yeah, but I found out that after every fight we do get currency and things. I also love that the second fight is Kung Lao with Kung Lao Kameo. I think that's really funny. I like it when people do that. Like, I think I fought one Scorpion online that used his Scorpion as a cameo, and I fought a Sub-Zero that used Sub-Zero as a cameo, and every time I encounter them, I'm like, nice. Like, I don't know if they're actually good combinations, but it's just cool to see. So right here, I decided to put up the armor thing against projectiles because I figured he was going to fire more projectiles at me. And I was right. And I got a 36% combo for it. And then, see, I noticed that mainly in the corner I can get 3 reps of it. But it has to be meter burned. Otherwise it just knocks away. There I try and go under, but he gets armor. And I put up the frost thing again just to be like, haha, screw your projectiles. I try and go for the brutal again, and he ends up teleporting away from it. I was really annoyed. I was like, what the hell? So I just settled for Sub-Zero ripping his head off. You know, as you do. Also, I want to say, I think... Hang on, let me check. This video is, I think, like 23 minutes long. Before I edited down all the loading times, it was 33 minutes, I think. No, that was a different video. Sorry, I'm thinking of the next video. It was 29 minutes. I edited it out like 5 minutes worth of just waiting and loading. But I was also happy to see that there was Testial Mites in these towers as well. And Reptile just looks buff as fuck there. But we finally get to the end of the tower. And I can't remember if after this tower I end the video or not. I'm not 100% sure. I might get ambushed again, or I go to the shop. I'm not sure. I think I might do something. Maybe one extra fight. Who knows? I was just having so much fun that, like, on one of the videos, I noticed that it'd gone on for quite a bit, and I was like, oh shit, because it felt like I'd been recording for like 10 minutes. I looked at the time and it was like 30, and I was like, oh, I should probably stop. But then I was like, oh, one more fight. And I think that's the one that ended up being 33 minutes. And then cut down, it got down to like 28, 27. So still so much loading time getting cut out. But again, we're fighting a Gyarados. He's just messing me up with like the tiniest amount of health left. It's very frustrating. But I think it's because I'm trying to get the Sub-Zero forward fatal, brutal. But see, look, it didn't happen, so I was just like, what? So I settled for Reptile's Fatal, which I love. It's so brutal. I can't wait to unlock his second one and find out what it is. I've been actively avoiding seeing Fatals because I like to like see them on my own from playing a character. So for Reptile, I've been avoiding. Anytime I fight a Reptile, if they do a Fatal, I take off my headphones and turn around. Because I want to see his second Fatal because I unlocked it, not because someone kicked my ass. But here we get a component, Edenian Dust, and normal coins, seasonal coins, and the amulet coins. We got a lot of coins for completing that tower. So we do get some decent rewards. We also managed to level up and, you know, have 5 more skill points to spend. I believe I spend them straight away. Yes, I do. The only annoying thing about this is it actually takes... Oh, never mind. It usually takes a little while to load that up. But I believe I spend a good chunk of it in defense. Yes. Yeah, I was right. Because I was like, well, I want him to be able to take hits a bit more. Nope, never mind. It is the end of the episode. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!